Great Scott. Great Scott. Great Scott.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Great Scott. I'm Scotty V, and thanks for watching. So, we received some sad news over the last 24 hours or so. Zack Snyder's daughter from a previous marriage committed suicide back in March. And since then, Snyder has been throwing himself into work, thinking that it would be, quote, cathartic to really work harder on the film, to kind of take his mind off of it. And he's been doing his best to finish the picture, which is completed. My understanding is the movie is finished, and that there are just some reshoots that need to be done, and a few quick things that have been either added or changed, but that the movie itself will stay the way it is. Zack's vision, Zack's movie, directed by Zack. Deborah also stepped down from the film for the same reason as a producer. But I'm guessing that both of them will still have their name on the film. And they are bringing in Joss Whedon, who actually was brought in previously, probably for the same reason, to kind of take some of the burden off of Zack and his wife. He had already been brought in, is my understanding, to work on some of these scenes, some rewrites. And that happens on every movie. We talked about this with, I think, with Batman v Superman. We've talked about it with other movies in the past, and everybody on the internet goes nuts. Oh, they're rewriting it. It must be terrible. They must not like it. They're bringing in somebody else. Batman v Superman had it happen. Other movies have had it happen. Most movies have reshoots and rewrites. Something didn't work. Something didn't gel. They missed something. They want to get something else. And in this case, Zack has decided that he was wrong, I guess, or at least now it's come to a point where working on the movie isn't what he feels like he should be doing anymore, and that's his prerogative. And of course, there are people online who are jumping up and down. Thank God he's off. First of all, that's, based on the circumstances, that's a pretty terrible thing to say, because the reason now that he's off is such a tragic one. But also, it's a little nasty anyway, even if there wasn't this tragedy that had befallen him. But I wanted to talk a little bit about that today, and just, not that he's ever going to see this, but my thoughts are with him and his family, and having two daughters myself, I can only imagine the tremendous heartbreak that he's going through at this time. And he says it's still going to be a great film. He's still very proud of it, but at the end of the day, these things are just movies, and they're not really what matter in real life. They're important to the culture. I'm saying myself. People love them or hate them, complain about them, rejoice in them. But for him and for filmmakers, as he said, for fans too, they're not the whole world. They are just a movie. He thinks it's going to be a great movie, which is great to hear. People like Jeff Johns and other comic book people have come out and obviously thrown him support via Twitter and other different means. Emmerich, the executive officer of Warner Brothers Pictures, is assuring us that it's still Zack's film, that Whedon is just going to come in to put some finishing touches on, that Zack and his wife are stepping away from at this point. Moving forward, we don't really know what's going to happen, but they are seemingly trying to make it clear that Zack's not out, Zack's not finished. He's just out for now, and we'll see what happens with him on a personal level, if he wants to come back, if he wants to continue. I'm happy for what he has done. I've enjoyed the films. Many people haven't. Others have. I'm very much looking forward to Wonder Woman, which he was directly involved with in terms of creating the character for the screen. His version of Wonder Woman is what we're going to see, even though it's a newly written script, and even though Patty Jenkins is the director. If it weren't for her appearance in Batman v Superman, this would be a completely different Wonder Woman, a new take by somebody else. But since Zack's movie was the one she first appeared in. That's the feel. The music is the same from the Batman v Superman movie. I'm really looking forward to it, and that's still part of his vision. Justice League will still be part of his vision, and we'll see how far it goes after that. But for now, Zack, my feelings go out to you. And again, I know you're not going to watch this, but for all the fans, try to be kind to him in terms of your celebration for him being off the movie, or send your thoughts to him if you feel for the guy, as I think you should. Thanks everyone for watching, and remember, always look up in the sky.